Doom, the Dark Ages. Playing Doom, the Dark Ages feels like chugging 5 energy drinks, headbutting your head through a concrete wall, then immediately bench pressing a dragon. This concoction of gore and glory is a first-person shooter game, adventure game, fighting game, and it was developed by the fellas and fellettes at id Software. And here's the story. Long before Hell's invasions of both Mars and Earth back in the Dark Ages, the Knight Sentinels of Argent Dinur and their allies, the Makers, are locked in a ferocious war with the forces of Hell who seek the Heart of Argent. The heart is said to grant the person who holds it the powers of a literal god and blobbity blah blah. Nobody cares about the plot of a Doom game. Literally, just give me dismemberment and blood and I'll be happy, okay? If you're looking for branching conversations, a deep plot, and interesting characters, go play The Witcher or something. We slaughter demons here, brother. You can bring pain so profound that your enemy's ancestors feel it with a controller or mouse and keyboard. Here's the platforms you can play it on. There is cross-saving so you can pick up your demonic crusade wherever you left off, whether it's on your couch or hunched over your PC like some kind of gremlin. And lastly, here's the menu settings. Doom! Graphics-wise, I'll just say this. It looks like a heavy metal album cover threw up all over your screen in the best way possible. The graphics are stunningly gruesome, with every splattering demon, badass overhead dogfights, and titanic robots and demons fighting each other, all rendered in glorious detail. The sound design is equally great, with the satisfying thwack of your flail against a demon's skull, the guttural roars of your enemies, and a soundtrack that makes you want to smash things. While the sound and music are still great, it is however sad days that Mick Gordon and id Software parted ways after some bullshit happened with the Doom Eternal soundtrack. While it's not going to melt a budget gaming PC, you'll still want something a little on the beefier side. You might not need to sell a kidney, but maybe just a little piece of your liver. I don't really know how much black market organs sell for. Notably, Steam recommends 32 gigs of RAM, a 3080 or better, 100 gigs of space, sheet thick, and an SSD is required. And now the gameplay. Doom the Dark Ages is a relentless linear rampage. The game flow is simple. Enter arena, kill everything, find next area, repeat. There are no fetch quests, there's no crafting a new tunic for Sir Reginald or any of that nonsense, just pure unadulterated destruction and guns. The game progresses through distinct levels, each a new playground for your homicidal tendencies. Your goal is to reach the end of the level, ripping and tearing every demonic entity in your path and ultimately sending whatever new big baddie is causing trouble back to the fiery pits of hell. You do have some secret areas and keys to unlock doors that have loot behind them, but yeah, other than that, it's literally just kill everything that moves that you can target. There are some sections that break up the constant infantry style slaughter fest, like the one time you hop into a Metal Gear and then box some big ass demons. There's also a section where you fly a dragon with some miniguns on it. While on the ground though, you're armed to the teeth with an arsenal of both classic and new medieval style inspired weaponry. Allow me to introduce you to some of them. You got the classic boomstick. It's a shotgun. It goes boom. Bad guy goes by. What else you want me to say? There's also the Skull Crusher Pulverizer, which does exactly as it's titled. It crushes a skull, pulverizing it, and then shoots out a big line of projectiles in front of you. Useless at long range, extremely effective at short range. Or how about the Chain Shot, which literally just launches a mace head on a chain at your target. Most guns have a secondary fire, which for example turns the Shredder into the Impaler, which allows you to penetrate your enemies at longer ranges. Beyond that, you have equipment. You get a shield, which can be used to parry green attacks, in turn stunning the attacker.
How original.
But wait, there's more. It has a friggin' saw blade on it. Hell yeah, brother! You can use the shield itself to launch yourself at an enemy at terminal velocity, basically across the map, and explode every small demon around them. Or you can throw it like you're the chaotic good version of Captain America. It makes small demons into 2 smaller demons by cutting them in half, and it will stun elite demons for a few seconds, allowing you to fill them with bullets worry-free. There's also a melee attack, which is boring in comparison to the rest of the things you can do. Oh wow, look at me swing my little flail at them. Ooh! This is the Sentinel Shop. You can use it to upgrade all the weapons and equipment I just talked about, and more, at the cost of gold, rubies, and wraithstones. Wow, look at all the upgrades. Here's the zone map. It shows all the shiny things you can pick up and points of interest, including but not limited to gold, chest, keys, demonic hotspots, bosses, and sentinel shops. So if you want to be a completionist, just go to all the pretty icons. Lastly, the difficulties. You got Aspiring Slayer for the folks that think FPS stands for Friendly Puppy Snuggles. Then there's Hurt Me Plenty for those who enjoy a mild spanking but nothing too crazy. Next up, Ultra Violence for the people who enjoy getting hot candle wax dripped on them, which is what I played on. And you guessed it, it's very hard. Lastly, Nightmare, for people who just like screaming obscenities at their monitor. Then Pandemonium, which is the same as Nightmare, but when you die the chapter restarts. Then Ultra Nightmare, where when you die the entire game restarts. Because fuck you, that's why.
Enemy variety.
You got your standard cannon fodder demons, always eager to become collateral damage. They come in various shapes and sizes, all equally squishy. 1 or 2 hits will usually kill them. Sometimes they'll have an energy shield or something, and you'll have to swap to the plasma rifle to shoot at it and make it explode. So they'll force you to switch up the gameplay a little bit, but really they're just paper. Then you have your elite and special enemies. These are the big boys, the beefy boys, the tanky boys. The ones that require a bit more thought than just shoot it till it explodes. They have unique attacks and require specific strategies to utterly dismantle. There's some new, like the Pinky Rider. It's a crackhead on a rat. It'll lunge at you while the rider shoots green projectiles at you. And some old friends make a return, like the Mancubus, which is fat and has guns for arms. And of course you get that stupid looking brain thing that walks around on spider legs and has a gun on top of it. And finally we come to the boss enemies. Massive, multi-stage monstrosities that will test your patience and trigger your rage. Look at the Vaggery Champion. It's a gross-ass bug-looking thing that walks around on 4 legs. It shoots balls at you and tries to stomp on you. Parry the green ones and dump it full of lead until you fill the stun bar up, then dump its ass with even more lead because that's his weak point. Multiplayer. Doom the Dark Ages has absolutely zero multiplayer, which is a shame because Doom would be a great game to have at least co-op. It's literally like Halo, but with demons and heavy metal. On the bright side, that means there's no microtransactions. However, there is a DLC you can purchase that adds a campaign DLC, so if you couldn't get enough slaughtering in, you can extend it there. For cool not cool, the music is definitely badass and it's perfect for some demon slaughtering. The combat is more fast-paced with the shield dash and bash ability able to take you across basically the entire combat arena, which is something I personally enjoy, and it's like a 4-second cooldown. For not cool, sometimes there'll just be so much bullshit happening on the screen that it's hard to tell what's even hitting you, but that's par for the course for Doom games, so get good I guess. And I had one bug, which was my shotgun randomly turning invisible. Kind of interesting that the shells exist inside the gun as entities. To recap, Doom the Dark Ages is a frenetic, gory, and ridiculously fun FPS that takes the beloved Doom formula and adds a delightful medieval twist. It's all about high-octane action, satisfying combat, and more demon guts than you can shake a flail at. If you like shooting things until they explode in a shower of blood, then this is your game. On our patented 0 to 1 scale, we give this game a 0.87 out of 1. The game is great, makes you feel like a badass, however for me the gameplay can get a bit stale. It's literally just an endless cycle of kill demon, kill demon, kill demon, kill demon, kill demon. Sometimes broken up by parts like the flying dragon section. I personally can't sit here and play it for 8 hours like I could a multiplayer PvP game like Age of Empires or League of Legends, but that's just me. I like higher stakes. The game does what it's trying to do good, and that's that. If you've enjoyed this no BS review of Doom the Dark Ages, please smash that like button into demonic paste and slam your flail on the sub button. And remember, if the demon standing at the foot of your bed offers you a cookie in the middle of the night, politely decline and call the Doomslayer.